What if I told you Ford has resurrected one of its most iconic nameplates as an electric SUV? The legendary Ford Capri is back.
Goes like.
This is the story of the Ford Capri.
But not as you remember it. This isn't the sleek sports coupe of the 1970s. It's a whole new animal for a new era. But can this electric crossover live up to its fabled name? And just how much has changed in nearly 40 years? Let's find out. Before we dive into the new model, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The original Ford Capri burst onto the scenes in 1969, born from Ford's desire to replicate the Mustang's success in Europe. Marketed as the car you always promised yourself, it was designed to be a sports coupe for the masses. The first generation Capri was an instant hit. With its long hood, short rear deck, and sleek, fast back profile, it looked fast even standing still. And fast it was, especially in V6 form. Ford offered a wide range of engines, from modest 1.3-litre 4 cylinders to potent 3-litre V6s, catering to various budgets and performance desires. Over 3 generations spanning from 1969 to 1986, Ford sold nearly 2 million Capris. The Mark II arrived in 1974, offering improved practicality with a hatchback design. The Mark III, launched in 1978, redefined the formula further, with quad headlights and an even sleeker look. Throughout its life, the Capri wasn't just a road car. It found success in motorsport too, particularly in touring car racing. The rare RS3100 model, built for homologation purposes, is now highly sought after by collectors. But times change. By the mid-1980s, the rise of hot hatchbacks had eaten into the Capri's market. The last Capri rolled off the production line in December 1986, marking the end of an era. For decades, the name lay dormant, occasionally teased in concept cars but never returning to production. Until now, that is. So, what does the Capri look like in 2024? Well, it's different, very different. Let's take a closer look at this reborn icon. Gone is the low-slung coupe profile. In its place, we have a sleek crossover SUV with a rakish roofline. It's what Ford calls a coupe-styled derivative of their electric Explorer SUV. At first glance, you might wonder if there's any Capri DNA left at all. But look closer, and you'll spot some subtle nods to the original. The headlights have a distinctive shape reminiscent of the Mark III Capri. There's a wraparound front grille, even though it doesn't need one, that echoes the original front end. But make no mistake, this is a thoroughly modern design. It's aerodynamic, with a sloping roofline that gives it a sporty look. It's not as dramatic as a true coupe, but it's certainly more dynamic than your average SUV. The dimensions tell the story. At 4.63 meters long, 1.87 meters wide, and 1.63 meters tall, it's significantly larger than its predecessor. But it's also sleeker than most SUVs, with a profile that's more like a high-riding saloon. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That is not a real Capri. And you're right, it's not the Capri of old. But is that necessarily a bad thing? You might change your mind after hearing what's under the hood. Or rather, what isn't under the hood. Because this Capri is all electric. The base model comes with a single rear-mounted motor producing 282 horsepower and 402 pound-feet of torque. That's good for a 0 to 62 miles per hour in 6.4 seconds. Not too bad, right? But if you want more oomph, there's a dual-motor, all-wheel drive version. This beast packs 335 horsepower and 501 pound-feet of torque, slashing the 0 to 62 time to just 5.3 seconds. Now, the big question about every electric car. What about the range? Well, Ford's got you covered there too. The base model, with its 77 kilowatt-hour battery, can travel up to 390 miles on a single charge. The dual-motor version manages 346 miles. And when it's time to juice up, you won't be waiting long. The base model can charge from 10% to 80% in 28 minutes, while the dual-motor version does it in 26 minutes. But all this electric power comes at a cost. The new Capri tips the scales at around 2,098 kilograms for the base model and up to 2,174 kilograms for the range topper. That's a far cry from the lightweight sports coupe of yesteryear. So, is it still worthy of the Capri name? Well, that depends on how you look at it. It's certainly quick in a straight line, but can it handle like its predecessor? Step inside the new Capri and you'll find a thoroughly modern interior. The centerpiece is a massive 14.6-inch touchscreen that dominates the dashboard. It's not just for show. This screen can slide up and down, revealing a secret storage compartment behind it. The seats are sporty one-piece units, a nod to the Capri's performance heritage, and that squared-off steering wheel, another hint at this car's sporting history. But it's not all about performance. The Capri is also practical, with 567 litres of storage behind the rear seats, expanding to 1,505 litres with them folded down. That is actually more space than you get in the boxier Explorer SUV. The tech doesn't stop at the big screen. You'll notice the ambient lighting setting the mood. Your ears are in for a treat too, thanks to a top-notch B&O sound system. And if you're worried about storage space, Ford has got you covered. The front armrest hides what they're calling a mega console, a 17-litre storage space that's perfect for all those odds and ends you never know where to put. You also get all the latest driver assistance features, and while the underlying software is based on VW's last generation system, it seems to work well. On the outside, Ford swaps out the standard 19-inch alloys for a set of sleek 20 inches. And if you're feeling flashy, both models offer the option to upgrade to 21-inch wheels. So, how much can you expect to pay for getting your hands on one of these? The original Capri was marketed as the car you always promised yourself, an attainable dream car for the average person. How does the new one stack up? Well, it's not cheap. The base rear-wheel drive model starts at £42,075. That is a far cry from the £890 price tag of the original in 1969. But let's be real, this isn't 1969 anymore. The new Capri is packed with technology that would have seemed like science fiction back then. It's faster, safer, more efficient, and more practical than its predecessor could ever dream of being. And compared to other electric crossovers in its class, it's actually pretty competitive. It undercuts some rivals while offering similar or better performance and range. But is it still the car you always promised yourself? Or has the Capri evolved into something else entirely? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. So, what do we make of this new Capri? Is it a worthy successor to the iconic nameplate, or a marketing ploy trading on nostalgia? The truth is, it's a bit of both. This isn't the lightweight, affordable sports coupe of the past. It's a thoroughly modern electric crossover that happens to wear the Capri badge. But maybe that is okay. The world has changed a lot since 1986. Today's buyers want space, practicality, and efficiency alongside performance. And that's exactly what the new Capri delivers. It's quick, with instant electric torque that would leave its predecessor in the dust. It's practical, with more cargo space than many larger SUVs. And with up to 390 miles of range, it's ready for long trips in a way no Capri has ever been before. Is it the same as the original? No, but maybe it shouldn't be. This is the Capri, reimagined for a new era. An era of electric power, advanced technology, and changing consumer preferences. What do you think? Is this new electric Capri a worthy successor to the name? Or should Ford have left the past in the past? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the new Ford Capri, don't forget to like and subscribe for more automotive content. We'll see you in the next one.